Hey everyone, today I'm here to give you guys the ultimate spear Engie guide. And I mean really ultimate. I'm going super deep in all the details, like in all the combos you can do, in all the build stats, everything you need to know from like a noob level to expert level. So I will be starting off with showing you guys the builds, the main builds that I've been playing the most lately. I think it's really one of the best actually. But a quick little disclaimer though, I will be putting down timestamps so you guys can skip to any part you like, so you don't have to watch like the boring stuff that you already know, right? Saving you guys some time there, because I imagine it's going to be a long video. Alright, so alright, I'll start off with showing you guys this power build. One little quick thing before we continue actually is I just want to say that I stream on twitch.tv/shygw2 in case you ever want to like ask me a question or just want to see how I play it all live, then there's your place to go. Alright, so we start off with the traits. We go Grenade Barrage, Blast Shields, Flashbang, Invigorating Speed, Boiling Point, HGH, Mass Momentum, Expert Examination, and Kinetic Accelerators. Now, why do we go Flashbang over, for example, Big Boomer? Just not getting hit for 10k in the first place is, I think, a big deal. And also the daze on engaging someone is also really nice because you don't let them basically strike you. Then Blast Shields. All three here are viable, but Blast Shield is, I tested it all, Blast Shield comes out better. Your survivability gets much better and your damage barely changes. I don't even actually feel a difference when I stopped using Explosive Temper. So you can try Aim Assisted Rocket, I'd say it's probably viable. It can deal like a good chunk of damage if they get hit by the Orbital Strike as well. But I really recommend going Blast Shields. It's just that much better. And then since we're using Grenade Kit, we're gonna use Lesser Grenade Barrage, you know. Then Invigorating Speed is just gonna give you Vigor. It's always nice to have. That together with your F1 is more Vigor, and then your Elixir U is even more Vigor. So you don't really like Vigor for dodging a lot. Then you have Boiling Point because we need Fury. That's really the only reason why. Before you could get Fury from Kinetic Accelerator, but since they nerfed that and removed it, we now have to get it at Boiling Point. Otherwise, I would be taking Comeback Cure probably. This could also have potential, but yeah, no. So you want to go Boiling Point 100%. And then this, of course, since we're using elixirs, we want to increase that duration of the boons that we get from it. It's just that obvious, and every time we use an elixir, we get 3 might, which is kind of huge. It's 12 seconds and a half with the amount of boon duration we have right now, which is about 55-60%. So it's all that with the elixirs. It's really great. I'll show you guys the build in a sec here after the scrapper. All right, now we want mass momentum here because it gives us stab on using our Function Gyro. These two are just not that good in comparison. Then we get protection from our F5 again here, which is really nice because we get that together with our F1 and our healing skill here. This one with Big Boomer I've tried, it was kind of and that was with the medkit for having even more super speed, but it just wasn't worth it. It didn't, like, getting reduced strike damage in the first place is just so much better, right? And then we have Kinetic Accelerator, which used to give us again Fury, which we now use this for. But yeah, again, in comparison to the other two, this one is just better. The stab you get here, I think you might get stabbed just as you use your Elixir U, for example, or your Function Gyro at the same time. And it's just not convenient. And especially here, we want the concentration based on our power. That's the main reason really why we take it, but also getting the might every time we blast our Function Gyro, for example, or our crates or whatever, is also pretty helpful. Now, to fix the issue with the Fury, you can still go Comeback Cure or Backpack Generator, for example, and then instead take the Midnight Fury Midnight King Fury relic, which also gives you a bit of power. But I think for the sake of traits, if we go these other two, they're not even that much better. So in my opinion, Boiling Point just ends up being the better choice here. So we can use the relic for a better option, like River's Relic. Now for the armor stats, we got Firework Runes, and armor is full Marauder with a mix of power and vitality infusions. The spear weapon is also Marauder. You want energy cleansing, there's no going around it. You need both of these. Anything else is just worse. Without a doubt, it's just worse. You need these two residuals. Then, for the earrings and the amulets, we got commander stats. And for the backpack and the rings, we got demolisher stats. For the, extra armor that it both gives us, and the wound duration. And then for the relic, we got River's Relic. River's Relic has been nerfed from 2 to 1 second of Alak, but it's still honestly valuable. And in my opinion, there's just nothing else that is just as good as this still, even after these nerfs. And the extra wound duration does help it almost bring it back to 2 seconds, so that's also nice. But if you want to try another relic, Isgarun might be helpful, or Fireworks if you want the extra damage. Just know Fireworks doesn't work off your nades, it only works off of F skills if it hits an enemy, or your weapon skills. So if it's just like something like Toss Elixir U, it doesn't hit an enemy, so it's not gonna proc Fireworks, for example. Just know that. There's a couple other relics that might be worth trying out, but in my opinion, Relic is just hands down still the best one for this kind of build. As for Engie of all classes, it's probably the best relic still. So you definitely want to get your hands on this. If you do not have a Legi relic, you'll have to get it from the chest probably. Alright, now there's one more build, which is Spear Condi Scrapper. It's basically the exact same traits as you can see here, except for stats, we use almost full ritual gear, even the weapon, and then trinkets as well. Except here, since I don't have Legi trinkets, I just went for the Ascended Celestial trinkets that I had, and honestly, that's not bad at all. You can even go 6 Cele trinkets here. Just keep everything else ritual though, because you're gonna need the expertise and the wound duration of the stats. You want to have at least 70% wound duration. Now, the other difference is also, instead of Elixir S, we have Elixir B here, which grants us even more extended stability. Here's it's 8 seconds, it's pretty damn good. All that together with Elixir U and the F5, of course. Just know that you need to rotate it properly and keep your Elixir U only as a stun break, right? So you can stab up with F5 and F3 while you're rotating around your enemy. Now, for other than this, the playstyle is almost the exact same as the power build. There's a slight differences, but I think because people are generally not too interested in condition builds specifically, especially not Cele, I'm just gonna keep the guide at power, especially for the combos, right? But I'll still maybe showcase a thing here and there about the ritual build and what it can do and what are its strengths and weaknesses in comparison to the power build. But I can tell you this right now, if you're dealing with someone that's playing like a mix of full Condi Cele stats, this is the build you want to play usually, because condition damage ignores their toughness, and sometimes they don't even have enough Condi cleanses to be able to deal with all the Condis that you do. Spear has a huge amount of fire damage, and because of all the boon duration that we get and all the elixirs we use together with this, right, and whatnot, we get a lot of might. We get easily up to 25 might, and when we have 20 plus might, when we do a Spear 5 Devastator, it does almost as much damage as if you were just to be full power on top of dealing all those Condis. So it's pretty great. It's the first build I made before I made the power builds, but the power build is obviously way more fun and way more respectable to fight. This build is honestly just for those little shitters that you find in Wolf's World that they think they're so good because they play a Cele build. This is the build I jump on then, and I just show them like, your stats are nothing, I still beat you, you know? That kind of moment. But otherwise, even on my power build, I beat most Cele Condi abusers. Most, not all, but most. Both of these builds are able to deal very easily with conditions because of all the elixirs. Every time you use elixir, you remove a condition. If you use a healing skill, you also convert 2 conditions into boons, etc. So honestly, I don't struggle at all with conditions, whether I'm on power or this one. But I think this is just a safe build to give to you guys, just in case you have to deal with these kind of people. But it is a bit more dangerous to play in a way. You are way tankier, obviously, but you don't have Elixir S. So in those very tight situations where you need to not take any damage, and not having Elixir S or the stealth from Elixir S can be a huge difference. But this is the build you want. This is the one. Anyways, that's it for now for the Condi build. I'm going to be showing you guys some power combos, you know, see how you guys like that. Something I like to do sometimes is doing the spear tree wind up into Elixir S, which keeps hitting the enemy while you're invulnerable. You can even dodge in the middle of it, so you proc your explosive entrance with it and blind them, etc. It's a really strong combo, I think, when you don't have a dodge anymore, and when you just know an enemy is about to do a huge like strike damage. For this purpose, I kind of just used it there, but yeah, just be mindful of when you use it. You don't want to waste an Elixir S, of course, but it's a pretty neat trick in my book. Here's a quick little show off of how I combo and engage an enemy. I always start with dropping my F5 and using my spear tree before I engage the enemy for the stab. Then inside that, I use my spear 2, which is a leap finisher, which will daze your enemy as well for 1 second. Then you can do big damage with grenade barrage and spear 5. You can use them both, one in the other first, doesn't really matter too much if they're not dead yet. You can also re-CC them with spear 4 and then switch to your grenade kit and spam your grenades on them, and that should usually kill them if they're not moving, you know, like right here. Just a quick, you know, showcase of how it usually goes when I engage an enemy like this. But this is just, you know, an engage, and not always. Sometimes, usually they dodge, you know. Sometimes you might meet a Cele Harbinger, and this is kind of what you want to do here. You kind of don't want to waste all of your skills too fast, but you do want to make sure you pressure them hard enough and burst them hard enough to make them panic and use all of their skills. In this case, this guy is also using Corrosive Poison Claw, which blocks all projectile attacks, so you want to kind of play around that when he's dropping it. Also, as you can see here, he uses Elite. What you want to do usually here is use your Stealth Elixir to wait it out or something else. Just make sure you don't get hit by it. Here I'm doing here the little trick I gave you guys, because I know he was gonna do a Harb like little CC anyways, and I figured the free damage might be worth it. Here I immobilize him and do big damage again with Spear 5. Oh, nope, actually not. Somehow he got the timing super greatly to CC me as I would have hit him. Very unfortunate, but it's fine, not to worry. We still have enough skills to use here to kill him off. Here I drop my little crate also to CC him, and then I make sure the water field is gone so that then I can blast it with the Elite again to get smoke screen off. That's another little trick that you guys might want to know. And here, there we go, we'll finish him off easy like that. Cele Harbinger for you guys. Maybe that Cele Harbinger was bad though, so here we have another one using spear as well. So I engage as per usual, you know, drop the F5, then spear 2, make sure you charge up your spear 3 before you even go in. So you have the immob for when you need it. Don't wait too long to use it or it goes away. I use all my elixirs, he uses Elite, so I stealth up here, wait it out a bit. I ready up my attack, get close to him for some nades. He happens to be dodging though. It's fine, we throw my other nades because I have plenty of them just for him. Again, use your spear tree, charge up or wind up as soon as you can. You always want to get it ready. Here again, use a little trick. We immob him then. Then we CC him with spear 4 as well. Go in for the focus damage on spear 5 afterwards. We heal up a little bit. Use a crate. We get interrupt before he can CC me. We focus on DPM. Grenade barrage and everything. All we got. He's almost dead. He's probably gonna try to heal. There it is. We stalled up with our crate so he can't hit me. Can't get his shot back if he can't hit me. Well, I do kind of walk too close there, but it's fine. Boom, we use our nades. He's almost out of like utilities and everything that he can use, so we're good here. We pressure him a little bit more. I saw the spear 4 as well from him coming my way, so I dodged that in time. Very important to be honest, otherwise he can regen a lot back. Then hop again CC and just blast him, you know. And we finish him off with the F5 plus explosive entrance. Booyah. Here we go again, another showcase with again Cele Harbinger. But this time we know for sure this guy is a good player because this guy has been literally playing Necromancer for as long as I've known him for. This guy is definitely good. He knows what he's doing, you know. He's not just gonna make newbie mistakes. Well, at least not too much, you know, just as much as I would probably, right? And it just shows like this is not even that hard for me. Like there were a couple close calls for sure. We've dueled a lot, but out of the 50 duels maybe that we've done, give or take, he won like twice. One time on this Cele Harbinger because I thought first he was power and I wasn't ready for the Cele, for the Condis, but any other duel I won. And then the other one was when he was playing Core Theomancer Necro, and that also caught me off guard on our very first duel. But after the second one, I just learned instantly how to play around it and just, you know, start to run from the, from the shroud, you know, and then go back in when he leaves it. Now I have to say though, I just finished dueling Flor for like, I don't know, like 2 hours almost on his Spellbreaker. It's not easy. That one is a really tough matchup because he plays defense with resistance every time he dodges. So my blinds are useless and my immobilizers are useless. But I did manage to win a couple once, I think. But either it was a stalemate, nothing happens. It took forever to kill anyone. But the biggest issue was when I was playing on my Condi build and he was on his Condi build. He absolutely demolished me, actually, I have to admit. Like, I think I won like 5 duels out of the fucking 100 duels we did. It was suffering. It was fun, but I was suffering. It was really rough. Because again, his defense with resistance, all my blinds and immobs don't do anything, and his warrior has like one of the most insane cleansings like in the game, you know, they have a lot of cleansing, really good. So it's really hard to do anything there on my Condi build. And I tried power as well, and that was even worse, honestly. I had a much better chance against him as Condi. But that's just to let you guys know, not everything might be winnable, especially not against someone that, you know, one-trick pony's warrior like Flor, and you know, he's really good at it. He knows what he's doing, you know. But yeah, I think still though, if you're good at what you're doing on that class, on Scrap or Spear, then you should beat like 99.9% of your matchups that you come across in a 1v1. And if you're really actually good, then you can even 1v2 and 1v3 on it pretty easily. That's all I kind of wanted to let you guys know. I'm going to be showing this clip real quick and short just to showcase, like, even in a 1v5, I need to escape, I'm low HP, I need to get out of here. Just to show you guys the escape potential and the mobility potential in these kind of scenarios. Now, of course, a Willbender would have already been out long ago, but you know, we're dealing with Scrapper here. So you gotta abuse your super speed that you can get and spear mobility. You just go around them in circles and you're so fast at this point they just gave up. That's about it that I wanted to show. Here I'll be showing off a duel I had against Rektyu, just to kind of show the potential you can get against even an experienced Willbender player. Now I'm gonna not talk too much about how I play your combo. I think you can kind of see it for yourself. Just play around the skills of your opponent, anticipate the most dangerous skills. In this case, it's gonna be Spear 5 CC and Sword 5 Immobilized with slow. Those are the two main skills you want to dodge. If you can dodge that, you can... A Willbender is just not an issue for you. And if it does happen, you might have fucked up, you can Elixir S like right here and you'll be fine. So yeah, this build is just that good, honestly. Now I'm gonna let you guys watch here a little bit more, but it's near over. And there's that. Here's another example of me dueling an Enja leader. He's on his Weaver, so not, you know, the most common class, I have to say, but a good player can burst the hell out of you. So it's very important that you play this kind of perfectly sometimes, because of a bit of a fuck up and you can get bursted and die instantly, you know? If you use your stun break too soon, that's what will happen. But here, you know, big damage from me as well, easy kill. Here the build I'm fighting against is a quite overpowered build. It's actually even stronger than my build, but I stopped playing it because it was a bit too easy to play on. Now, matter of fact, he should not really lose to me, but he made a couple mistakes and I played a bit better there. In our following duels, we just stalemated and it never ended. So, but it's just to showcase here, even against a very tanky Scrapper build like his, we can kill him if the enemy isn't, you know, in his best moment there. But it's nothing to brag about here. He has a way better build after this one. Here are 4 clips where he plays Untamed. It's his current main and he's really good at it. It's super hard to catch him because he's really bursty, but he's also playing Spear, so he's got a ton of stealth. It's really hard to catch up to him. I'm just gonna let the clips play here a little bit, but it's also sped up by like a couple percentages. But yeah, it wasn't easy. It was really hard to catch up to him and expect like everything he was about to do every time he tried to burst me out of stealth. Really hard, but also really fun, very challenging. I always like a good challenge. But here, if you kind of just inspect in like how I play this, you might learn a little bit from how to play in these kind of scenarios, you know? That's why I'm kind of showing this real quick, but you're not that likely to, you know, play against this kind of build and this kind of experienced player, luckily. But yeah, as you can see, he just comes out of stealth, 1500 range, knocks me back, and tries to burst me. I didn't win every single duel, but I did thankfully win most. But it was not easy. Yeah, he died before the crate anyways there, I believe. I'm not gonna say that I played everything perfectly here. I definitely whiffed a couple moments, but you can always recover. That's why you're so tanky too, so you can recover from those incidents. So both damage and sustain are just really good for you to be able to deal with both silly, tanky people, but also people that might be able to one-shot you. Alright, so one more thing I'm gonna show you guys is how to basically save stomp thanks to Elixir S. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about it, but just in case not, here's a couple quick examples. Very handy in these kind of 1vx scenarios. So here I'm 1v3, I successfully kind of one-shot this one newbie and then stomp him with Elixir S. I don't have to like worry about taking damage or getting CC'd because I'm invulnerable. And then some other people come and help me finish this target off. So there's this thief here though, but the blob is coming, so I quickly use my function Garo to help me stomp that guy since he ported anyways already, and I got that successful stomp. Here there's a mini blob. I poke him a little bit to attract a couple of angry people. I get a few as well. So here we started fighting a bit. For the people that are chasing me, almost get down, boom, he's dead. Then I crit him, boom, he's also dead. Easy, easy. Try to steal here, but I feel a little bit because I was still using my spear tree wind up. Big thing that you want to avoid using when you want to stealth, because it will hit people and reveal you. I make that mistake quite often. Yeah, I get chased by this ranger after finishing that one guy off. He kind of struggles and completely fails to get back up there. So I kind of just use that situation to use position my spear 5 up here above him and hit him with it. And that's about that for the clip. Now, as I said before, I did try like every kind of combination of specs and traits and whatever. Here in this scenario, you see me use medkit. In my opinion, it's a bit too slow and too many buttons to press to get full usage out of your heal. But if you're good at it, I do recommend using it because it is pretty good and it helps clear conditions a bit more as well. In the second clip, it's kind of really troll. I'm using Mecha Spear power. It's just not that good. I do end up killing him here, but I really do not recommend it. I've also played Hollow Spear at the start of my testing. It kind of worked. It got me a couple of kills in duels against people like Shax and Wheel and whatnot. But again, this build ended up being 10 times better than all those other builds. So I cannot recommend another build but this one if you want to play power. And if you really want to beat down some Cele players, you can always play the ritual builds. There's also a core build for it, but it is more damage but less sustain. It's up to you there. Here's another quick core Condi clip. This is quite an old clip where I was still using tools plus rocket boots, but you want to use firearms actually. But this is actually still like a very viable build for sure if you like kiting around people. Gets a little risky though with only having one sunbreak that happened to be on cooldown there, and then your rocket boots being interrupted, but it's all good. All that mobility does allow you to easily kite people out and kind of 1v2, 1v3 here. In these next couple of clips, these are just, your regular power scrapper build. Here I get chased. I kind of keep running until, I find that, okay, this is a number I can, handle. It ended up just being one guy keeping me, keep trying to chase me down. I made quick work of him there. He didn't know what was coming. He was very greedy. I'm just gonna let you guys watch the rest of the videos here. They're all sped up by 20%, so you guys don't die of boredom, of course. But I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. I hope it helped. I might have forgotten a lot of things, to be honest, to tell you guys that I wanted to tell you guys. But honestly, this guide was a lot harder to make than I expected. It's not easy. I made a guide before for another game. I felt like that one went much smoother. But I'm using a completely different program from back then to edit all of this, and it's just a lot more complicated. I'm not going to lie there. But yeah, all of these clips are like quick little fillers for you guys out there. See like all the capabilities of this build, like all these safe stomps, stealth, tankiness, damage. Middle of a righteous indignation camp as well. But yeah, if you really want to get it all down to the details, I can recommend just kind of slowing down the video or pausing at critical moments to see what kind of rotations I do. I think that's something I sometimes do myself when I'm watching Barry and he does his fast as fuck like spear combo. I'm like, holy shit, wait, what button and then what? Now this build is thankfully not that fast and not as, you know, you don't have to press 5 buttons in the span of 1 second, thankfully. So it's a lot easier to play. But yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I might have a lot more to say in the comments or in the description below. Because I bet I've forgotten a lot of things, honestly. There's so much more clips I wanted to show you guys, but I think this video is just, at this point, dragging on. So I just decided to clean this up now and yeah, I don't know. Expect a montage in the next month. I might even reuse one of the clips that you've seen here. Who knows? I don't have that many of spear. At least not ones that are like really juicy in my opinion. I try to record as much as possible for this guide, even if it's just a boring 1v1. Just for the sake of showing you guys how I play around every matchup. But yeah, that's about it. Alright, have a good one everyone, and hope this helped. Goodbye, and enjoy. Enjoy spear. Engie gameplay. Don't forget, links in the description below if you want to follow me on Twitch. See ya.